Not really good. Oh. Oh. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, okay. They can hear me.
But I don't know if that's...
I don't know what I just did.
I don't know what...
All right. Might just be the default.
Well, here's the problem. I don't know which microphone. Because I'm talking and I can see it.
Right. It's
So I don't know
yeah.
if it's running through the laptop or if it's running through
It's got to be running through this.
that. Do I try messing with it directly? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
If you pull some new thing, okay, yeah. I guess we'll probably figure out what.
Well, it's the first time we've run into that.
Figure out what it's supposed to be.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Mick. Huh. Didn't break it. Yeah. The lag is on my end. Okay. Alrighty. We should be good to go. We had tech support, my brother, come and save the day. Not 100% sure what we did, but we got it to work. Try that third ball break yet? I haven't, Jeff. Good memory. I had those 2 tournaments the past 2 weekends, and other than that, aside from maybe 3 practice sessions over the past 2 weeks, I haven't done much of anything. Which is why I thought today's test would be a great way, because it's going to get me back in the momentum of practicing tedious, easy, and hard shots. But Jeff, good memory. I honestly did not. But I want to go ahead and record this because I'm actually thinking about making this a video. If it works out and we can make it a video at the end of this live stream, let's go ahead and try that third ball break, and you can tell. I remember the directions you gave me, so we'll have to try it, and hopefully you're still here. It's going to be a long live stream. Fair warning. Like I said, we are going to try and film a video with this live stream. It's going to be a tedious one. It's going to look like a lot of the same stuff, but I will try and be as active as I possibly can. That is for sure. Trying to my Fargo back above 600. That's a great goal, Jeff. I'm trying to get mine currently over 500. It is low for me. It is low for me. I've dropped quite a bit in the past 6 months or so, and I'm really hoping leagues are starting back up here in about a month and a half? Yeah, 2 months now. In about a month and a half, 2 months, we'll be able to start climbing. But before we get to those leagues, I want to be able to start climbing a little bit more. That way it's just like, what do you call it? Steamrolling up the rankings, up the ratings. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and shoot some practice shots. Well, actually, this is what we got set up. This is going to be part of setup number 1. Setup 1 is just easy and open shots. The cue ball isn't going to be here in the center every single shot, but I'm going to get my chalk out here. But I do have some images I will be looking at that I took when I was setting up all these little white donuts that will make sure I am staying on top of everything as I plan for it, right? I had a bad couple of weeks, so my Fargo is down by 26 points. Ron, I get that entirely. Playing straight pool helped me a lot. Playing straight pool is a great way to improve. You're all better than me. I have no Fargo ranking. Honestly, yeah, my Fargo is an accumulation of maybe 30 or 40 games, so it's barely anything as well. But I do know the conversion of my everyday rating that I use for like the last 1,100 games or something like that. I do know the conversion to make it Fargo. Straight pool, I don't even think I know the full in-depth rules of straight pool. I've watched a lot of it, but I've only played maybe an hour's worth. Not enough. An hour's worth in the past like couple months. So I'm definitely out of tune with straight pool. Let me make sure I get this camera rolling. This is a I got a camera on the side over here that you guys won't be able to see during this live stream, but it will make an appearance in the final video that will hopefully be coming out this weekend. You can even play it solo, which is awesome. Exactly, Jeff. Exactly. Alrighty, let's go ahead and set up for some warm-up drills before we get too far. And then say warm-up drills, but just like a little practice routine. Because like I said, I have not played barely anything at all the past couple of weeks, and I am so out of it. So let's go ahead and get this practice first, and then we will move on to the debate and the test. There we go. I am excited because I know a few people that have a bias towards stripes, but I also know a lot of people that it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't really matter to them a whole lot. So they just shoot whatever's more open, right? And I get both ways of looking at it. But I'm curious if I have like a subconscious bias towards one or the other. And that is going to be what we are looking for today is do I make a lot more stripes than I do solids, or do I make a lot more solids than I do stripes? And I figured the only way to do that is to test it. So we are going to shoot 400 shots today for this one test, with the sole purpose of finding out if I have a subconscious bias. I figured 400, 200 solids, 200 stripes. Need to focus a little bit more there. Let's see. Yeah, if 200 is at 200 of each, should be enough to see if there's a big difference. If there's not, I'm hoping to be within like 10 or 15 shots of each other, because obviously I am going to miss some. Hopefully I don't, but that'd be really cool. But if I do, that's going to be okay. And hopefully it's one or the other in the sense of stripes or solids. Which one do I miss the most? And if I do have a subconscious bias towards it, I know what I need to work on. I need to work on hitting the opposite more often to get rid of that favoritism that I didn't even know I had. All right, this will be the last one. How much spread is needed to determine a winner? I would say out of 200 each, so 400 total, if there's a spread of, I'd say 25 would be good. An 8. I think an 1/8 of that. So 25 solids more or 25 solids less, or vice versa, right? Would be a good enough spread to determine that I have that bias. Can't be 198. Yeah, exactly. At that point, I think it's a tie. And that's really good for me personally. What's your aiming system, Trent? If you do fractional aiming, solids or stripes won't matter. If you do point aiming, it could mean a lot. Fractional aiming is like quarter ball, half ball, 3/4, and full. Point aiming, is that like a ghost ball? Is point aiming ghost ball aiming? Or you're like a certain point on the line? Let's get this over with before we get too far. I want to answer your question, Ron. So if I'm doing point aiming, right, this is the point in which I need to make contact. This is the point, right? So is that what you mean by point aiming? Point aiming is not ghost ball. It's a certain specific point on the object ball. I think that makes sense. I guess for me, For me, I see both the same way. I'm not gonna lie. Because here, there's a point in which I make contact with the object ball that'll go here, but that contact point is how I'm picturing the ghost ball being there, right? No? Okay, let's go ahead and start. Like I said, I got some images I can pull up. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the first. Let's see here. 4, need 5 and 3. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the entire first rack, or first open shots is what I call them. These are easy open shots, so I really should not miss many of these, if not any of these. I gotta remember, it's 5 ball went on the center dot here for the spot. 2 ball, where did the 2 ball go? 2 ball went over here. Okay, perfect. All right. You're aiming more with your Q-tip than with the cue ball. Yeah. Okay, Ron, that makes sense. That makes sense. I would say I use both. I don't know. I guess I use the point aiming more than anything. More than fractional, I should say, out of the two. I do use fraction aiming when it comes to like longer shots. But I feel like, I guess I just always have done that. I haven't really focused on it a whole lot. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the main big screen. So this way you guys can see what I see. Here we go. There we go. I use a combination of multiple systems, but mostly point. That makes sense, Ron. I wonder how many there are. You got me curious on that as well. All right, we should be good. Now let me make sure this camera's recording over here. We are. All right, so like I said, this first category of shots is I am calling easy open shots. These are not ones that I should be missing at all. And what we're gonna do to go ahead and keep it easy to track as well is a mixture of solids and stripes. So the first shot is gonna be a solid, second shot will be a stripe, third shot will be a solid, fourth shot will be a stripe, and then we'll do that 20 attempts or 10 attempts per shot. So the 1 ball here, we'll do that 10 times with solids, 10 times with stripes, and then we'll move on. Like I said, it is gonna be a long live stream. It is gonna be tedious. We have 400 shots to do. And like I said, I am gonna try my best to keep engaged with you guys, but I don't think I wanna be here till midnight. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am excited. I am excited to figure this out. The hardest part, I guess I should get a piece of paper to write stuff on. Oh my goodness. I think I have a pen over here. Maybe not, huh? I got a screwdriver and 5 pieces of chalk. I have a pen over here. Nope. I do not, but would you say why 400? Why not 200? Just trying to help you out here. Yeah, I get that, Ron. I feel like after. Oh, here's a good pencil. It looks like. Here we go. We'll see, but I'm pretty committed to 400. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I just figured that should be enough, and it's also easy to do 10 per attempt versus 5. I feel like 10 is enough to see, like, give it enough leeway to see if there's a whole lot of misses and not. Like 10 per solids, 10 per stripes per shot. All right, let's go ahead and do this here. Shot number 1. We're gonna go ahead and do solids. Sorry, I forgot to do this earlier. And stripes. Okay. I have a bias towards the cue ball because I can consistently pocket it. Yes. Whatever works for you, you're the one taking all the shots. Yep, there we go. I like that. That was funny. That was funny. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. 1 ball. It's gonna be our first shot. All right. Looking good. Cue ball control, we are not taking or keeping track of during this entire test. We are just focusing on the shot itself, the ball itself. Okay, I'm moving on to stripes. This will be number 4. If you guys want to help me out and keep a mental note, that's going to help a lot too. Jeff, I used to play with Sam Dieppe a lot. Here's what you thought of your lesson from her. Oh, it was great. I've had 2 now. One we filmed together. That one was just like a quick basic introduction. The second one we did was a lot more in depth, more about speed. Both of them so informative. So informative. So informative. She also has learned a lot in the past like 6 months to a year. She's really been focusing on how it was like a huge book that she had that she just finished not too long ago, this summer, I think. And overall, though, very, very good instructor. Really, she really knows how to make every concept understandable. That's awesome. You used to play with her a lot. Yeah, that's actually where I'm from, Jeff, right there. All right, this should be number 5. Shot number 5. There we go. And that one, yep, so number 6. Stripes are going to be evens, solids will be odds. There we go. All right. 6. So far, perfect shot attempts, which are looking good. She looks at Dr. David Billiards. Yes, exactly, Ron. Same here. Born and raised. There you go, Jeff. That's awesome. Can you find out what book that she was reading? I like books. It's more of like a course workbook. It's more than like a sit down and read kind of book. But I can definitely do that if you're interested in something like that. So Jeff, how did you meet Sam originally? And were you guys ever like on a team? Was she your coach? Definitely interested in that book. Okay, I will remember that, Ron. I will ask her. Recently, I've been thinking more and more, especially since the instructor summit just passed. That was number 6. This is going to be number 7, I believe. I guess I should say 14. No, that doesn't sound right. All right, so far we haven't missed one yet. We're back on odds. Let me get closer here. I used to run some of the largest tournaments in Denver that happened on Friday and Saturday nights, and she showed up. It's also how I met Shane Van Boning. That's amazing, Jeff. That is so cool. You said you used to, so I'm assuming you don't anymore? It's really cool. All right. I'm gonna need your guys' memory here. If you guys have been keeping track with me, we are now on evens. I want to say, for some reason, I want to say we're on shot 16 now. That means we only have 4 left of the 10, right? Like 4, no, that's 4 of 20, huh? All right, I need you guys' memory. You guys can go back in the live stream for me and let me know. I should keep track per shot, shouldn't I? We'll do that with the second one, but if somebody can actually go back for me, I messed up, and let me know exactly how many shots I've taken of each. 20 total is our goal. 20 total shots. That's really cool, Jeff. She did start out at 20 years ago. I want to say Dr. Dave. Oh, what am I doing? I want to say Dr. Dr. Dave also started about roughly, probably 30 years ago for him, if I had to guess. At least instructing it on YouTube. We're supposed to be ending with a stripe, so I don't know if this is our last shot. That's what I'm curious about. Or if my counting is way off. So far, though, we haven't missed any, which is great. We don't want to miss any until we get to like the long shots or the hard shots. We have different categories. The first set of 5 shots are all going to be in the same category of like easy and open shots. So these are all in that category, easy and open. And I'll show you guys where I'm placing the cue ball as well. I like Dr. Dave's tests he has. He has the progressive run out test, which I love. Yes. Yes. You're putting the same balls in the same place. Just count how many times you've hit the one ball and multiply by 5. What if I forgot how many times I hit the one ball? You know, I wonder if I can actually go back. Here, bear with me a second. I might be able to find this out myself too. Let's see. It's really loading here, isn't it? When did I start? Was it about 6 minutes in? Can't even remember that. I can't help you. Yeah, exactly. I know there's a way to go back in the stream, so that's what I'm going to try and figure out right now. See if I have a way to do that myself. Okay, explaining it. Hey guys, how everyone? Yeah. Hey Grant, how's it going? You came at a great time when we're in a kind of a lull right here. Let's see. When did I start shooting? So when I set, oh, okay. Still doing the practice. Almost there, guys. I'm so sorry. I really should have thought about this part a while ago, huh? All right, here we go. I think I'm getting close to it now. One, 2, 3. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. We must have done 14. Wow, my chat is screwed. Okay, hold on. Run. We need to get you an on-screen counter. Yeah, there you go, Jeff. I agree. I like that. You should use one of those counters you can get on Amazon. They're cheap, and I use them when playing straight pool. You should use one of those counters you can keep on Amazon. They're cheap, and I use. Okay. Wow, my chat is screwed up. That's okay, Ron. Jeff, I like what you're thinking. Maybe I could figure out a way to mount it like right here on this light. It's not a very thick light though, so I guess I'd have to kind of get a thin, yeah, like a thin mount for it. Okay, so I watched it over. I have 3 more shots of each. 3 more solids, 3 more stripes. All right. Now, if you guys can't help me remember this, we're all going to be in some trouble here, I swear. All right, 3 more shots of each. That will be the end of shot number 1. Okay. I think I'll dip for a moment, see if my chat issues. There you go, Ron. We'll forgive you. That's okay. We understand. All right. Here we go. Okay. 2 more shots of each one now. 2 more shots. And we will have reached 20 out of 400. All right. 2 more shots of stripes. Here we go. Here we go. Easy enough. 1 more of each one here. Here we go. Almost there. Again, though, we are on make test number 2, 5% done. There you go. Make test number 2. You gotta remind me what test number 2 is. What do you mean by that? There we go. Jeff, are you serious? It's 5%? No way. Is it really? 5%. Wow. What's the test about? Grant, it's right up top. Stripes versus solids. Which group is easier? Not the lag test, but the stripes and solids test. Yes. Back to 7 seconds. Love it. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Let me go ahead and mark. Uh-oh. Here we go. Mark off total attempts for shot number 1 was 20. Now shot number 2, we are going to get a lot better. All right, we are going to get a lot better at keeping track. We, as in me, I don't expect you guys to do all of it for me. That is for sure. All right, so shot number 2, it's a backwards cut, short angle, right into the side pocket. All right, let me go ahead and write that down here. And I'll actually take this over here with me. Let's go ahead and do that there. Uh-oh. Where'd my chat go? Where'd my chat go? Here we go. There we go. That should fix itself. Maybe. My second monitor right underneath you guys. It's a big TV with a flimsy HDMI cord. All right, how are we looking now? Where'd it go? There's the remote. All right, this should be working here. There we go. How about now? Maybe not, huh? I don't even know if the music's working now. I can't hear it. Let me go ahead and get this set up and we'll come back to that. Shot number 2. Oh, solids. And we'll put stripes over here again. All right, it still hasn't come back yet. Let me see where my chat went here. Come on now. Should be working. There we go. Bam. There we go. We are back. There we go. Where'd you go here? Put this way over here. Oh, what is going on? Okay. 40%. Or 40 is 10% of 400. That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, did I? Thought someone here can do math so I don't have to try. Chat test number 1. Music works for us. Your live chat is working for me. Okay, we are back. Woo! Wow, that was another little technical difficulty fiasco there, wasn't it? Wowzers. Alrighty. That should be updated and ready to go. Okay. Let's hope the delay isn't even worse than it was. Again, this is, I would have to say, a 75% cut, maybe even closer to 85 on this 2-ball. Again, it's a backwards cut. We are not worried about the cue ball. We're just worried about making the shot. Awesome. I'll keep track of that. We made one solid. Going to put a stripe right there. All right. Same thing. There we go. Guess where did I put all the balls at? There they are. All right, so that was one solid, one stripe, down for the count. All right. 1 and 1. Get this set up again. Here we go. There we go. That was good there. Gonna mark that 2 solids and 2 stripes. Again, we have not messed up yet. Anybody else remember playing on tables with built-in counters? Looking at all these natural with natural. This one I think I'm doing top spin actually, not natural. And that last one I was doing more top right. There we go. Built-in counters. I do remember, like there's 8-foot and 9-foot tables that have like a dial that you turn. They need to make counters like they have in air hockey. Perfect. Another stripe down. Or solid, actually. Moving on to another stripe. Go ahead and get my line here. Yes, the dials. If you watch some really old tournaments, you'll see them. That's awesome. I also remember the counters that you'd just put quarters on. 2 quarters. And whoever wins, it goes to the right, to the left. There we go. I gotta say, I am liking my performance on this shot. I am. Let's go ahead and get all these balls back over to the other side. Make it easier for me kind of resetting them. Here we go. And now, I think that was a stripe, so we are moving on to solids over here now. Again, this is the easier category, right? Nothing really here except for probably this shot should really stump me. After this, though, we are going to get onto some more rail shots, cut shots, backwards, awkward rail shots. All that jazz. You know what I just realized? You really are shooting quite well today. Hey, thank you, Ron. All right, one of each. Let's see, I assume your tournament have been on far boxes. Yes, Jeff, mine have at least. Mine have, and none of those have counters. Ron, I know you've been playing in some tournaments. Are yours on far boxes or 9-footers? Nope, not that one. All right, that's our first miss of the night, guys. First miss. All right. That's great. That's great. That shows that I'm not human, or no, shows I am human. So the age-old question, Valley, Diamond, or Predator? I have not played enough on Predator tables like I have on Valley and Diamond. So I can't speak a whole lot for those. But if I had to choose Valley or Diamond, I have to choose Diamond. I feel like if they're, more often than not, they're in better condition. They really are. More often than not, I play on a lot better Diamond tables, and Valleys could be left or right. At least here in Northern Colorado. Here we go. No one likes Valleys. Tournaments are on 9-foot Diamond tables. Our 8-ball league is on 8-foot. Oberhausers, it's rather discerning to go to between the two. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Especially just different size tables, right? Especially just the different size tables. You forgot about Dynamo. Ooh, Aniwaya, that is a good point. I've played on probably one Dynamo table ever. There are, that's another thing that's just not here. Not here in Northern Colorado. Oh, we just shot a stripe, and we have another stripe I'm pulling out here. We need to get a solid, let's get an extra solid from this pocket here. There we go. Nine-foot tables, haven't played on Dynamo in a long time. Yeah, the 9-foot tables have a light blue cloth that makes shooting long shots seem like miles away. When it comes to like a green and blue cloth, and they're again 9-foot tables, right? What I've noticed is you can't say, like on a blue table, you can't say, well, there's a lot of grass to cover, right? Or a lot of ground. And it makes sense, especially when it comes to like golf or cricket, which is how pool came to be. But when it's on a blue table, the only thing you can say is like there's a lot of water to cover, a lot of ocean, a lot of, you know, hopefully there's no waves in the felt, you know, something like that. Do you know what cloth you have on your table? We have 2 of them, the AMVETs I play at. Yeah. This is the championship blue cloth. Jeff? All right. We are almost done with this shot as well. I think only 1 or 2 more resets. Only 1 more, 2 more resets on this one, and we will be able to go to the 3rd shot of the night. Here we go. All right. My bar box has Simonis 860 HDR. It's what Felt uses on their bar boxes. Plays like glass. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's awesome. That's really cool. I know my dad and I, this is my dad's table as well. So my dad and I were thinking about Simonis as well as shimming the pockets or shimming the size of the pockets to make it feel more like a diamond table with faster felt. We decided against it because most of the tables that we do play on are valleys, which the speed from this to a valley table, it's not even the same. These more often than not do roll faster, but the valley tables that we play on they all got the same slow blue felt last year. Let me go ahead and mark these makes here before I forget. Yeah, so they are all the tables in our area though are getting brand new felt at the beginning of the fall winter season or winter league. So because of that, we're hoping the felt is closer to this. This is a little bit faster than the standard valley tables here, but not Simonis fast. Definitely not Simonis fast. 50 years ago, I learned the game of bar boxes. Coming back to the game after half a century, I don't know if I like them anymore, and I don't know why. Okay. Oh, you learned them on bar boxes. Okay. Just get pocket adjusters. Yes, exactly. Yep, the pocket adjusters that we saw, you actually just slip like right into it, and it's like a spring-loaded adjustment shim insert is what they call it. I was wondering if pocket adjusters were actually a thing. Never seen them. I haven't seen them yet either, except for like videos. But they are everywhere on Amazon. There's so many different kinds. Play on some CPBA cloth or Simonis 760. I wonder. The 760 is slower than the 860, right? I hope. The ones that felt are already pushing the limit of speed for me. All right, just kind of get back to the test here. Made another solid. Whoops. All right. Moving on to a stripe here. Maintains your table, changes your cloth. Ron, are you talking about my at-home felt, this felt, or because I know the answer to that too, or are you talking about the league felt in Northern Colorado? All right. There we go. One more of each. Now moving on to a stripe. $760 is way faster. Oh my goodness. I could not. My at-home felt. There's a company, a local company right down the road from us, about 15, 20 minutes away. Their company name is the Front Range Pool Table Company. They have it all. They do all of their work there. There's a gentleman, I'm pretty sure his name was Zach, but for some reason that's not sticking with me, and I don't think it was, but first thing that came to my head, super nice guy, knows what he's doing. He actually refelted our table when we first moved here, and then the last time he did it when was that? Shoot. That was after Vegas, right? So June? No way, it's only been a month and a half since we got this refelted. Maybe we did. But yeah, he did it just recently as well. All right, I did make a stripe, gotta mark that. There we go. So far, to give you guys an update, we have only missed one shot. Uh-oh. Did we go over? What was that last ball? That was a solid, wasn't it? All right, we won't count that solid. We're not supposed to count that solid because I did miss one, but I just shot an extra one. Okay, so out of 40 shots, we're 10% there now, Jeff. Nope, yes, 10% there now. We have made 39 out of 40. The one we missed was a solid. So as of right now, there is no way to make a close decision based on makes and misses. All right, let me go ahead and set up shot number 3 on my paper over here. Shot number 3, solids and stripes over here. All right, let's go ahead and move this guy over here. All righty, so number 3, the cue ball is in the center again. And we are shooting just a classic longer angle away from the, or a longer shot from the ball to the pocket itself than the last 2 have been. All right. And again, Jeff, if you were curious, we are going to go ahead and put top spin on most of these shots as well. Oh, awesome. There is a good start. We are 1 of 1 on shot number 3. All right, hold on. Whoa. Sorry, guys. I bet Front Range has pocket adjusters. Probably. They got a lot. They really do. 760s for 9-footers. Okay, that can make sense then. All right, don't know what felt is on those 9-foot diamonds I play on, but it's the fastest table I've ever played on. And it feels like shooting on ice. I wonder if that's the 760 Simonis. Anelia said, a pool hall is a neighboring town, or in a neighboring town, put 760 on a diamond bar box as an experiment to compare it to the CPBA cloth. Oh, that's cool. Is your league BCA, Napa, APA, or VNA? Jeff, it is VNA. Judy Mail, she is the one of the presidents for VNA, and she runs all of the VNA leagues here. And for APA, there's a guy, what's his name? Oh my goodness, what is his name? Another great guy. God, getting his name now too. Jason? Super nice guy. Love him too. I don't play APA anymore though. I did for a couple of years. But other than that, that's about all the league operators we have as of right now. I have no league, and the pool hall doesn't host leagues that did that test. Oh, seriously? Dang it. All right, in November is the VNA Rocky Mountain Singles Championship in Cheyenne. You should go. Yes, Jeff, I do go every year. The past, what is it, 3 or 4 years now? Honestly, it might even be 5, but I think it's 4 years now I've gone. We should definitely go. I don't know what you look like, right? It's not on your profile picture, so you'll have to come and find me. And how many numbers exactly, Jeff? You have to come and find me, and I would love to talk to you. Maybe we can get a couple games in on the tables while we're down there. But yes, me and my pops go every year, the past few years now. Whether we're out the first day or not, we usually stay overnight as well. All right, shot number 2. Come on, we got to get back into this here. Woo! That is our first miss. Our second miss tonight. Our first miss of this shot. All right, let's go ahead and put that in there. All right, got to lock in here. There we go. Made a solid. To follow it up. Again, these is the open, easier shots of tonight. So hopefully we can get through these by only missing a couple like we have. There we go. So far now we are actually even, aren't we? We are now even on solids and stripes. Shot number 2, I missed 1. So far I've missed 1 on this shot number 3. Oh, it bobbled out. Oh my goodness, guys. Woo. This might be a shot I need to practice off camera, huh? All right, oh, let's go ahead and throw that one in there. That is another miss. That is another miss. That's another make, though. We are back on track. Let's try and keep our roll, our momentum here. All right. Oh, that's how you can know how many shots. Set aside 5 solids and stripes when you go through those. That is 10. Maybe you are doing that. I learned on championship cloth to include championship 30-30. The AMVETs use the old school green hybrid knot felt. Ugh. It is slow but very reactive to cue ball English. Yes, that's 100%. This is also an endurance test. Yes, Jeff, it is. We're not feeling anything yet. I should be able to go for at least, you know, I'm going to say at least 100, 200 shots. Not feeling anything yet here. Yeah, that is White Wolf. That is definitely the pro and the con to nappy felt, right? It's super slow, but boy, can you control that cue ball all around the table. All right, let's see here. Jeff, I don't know if you were here at the very beginning, but another reason I wanted to do this now is because I've only practiced maybe really not that much, aside from the tournaments I've had in the past couple weeks. I have really been slacking on getting on the table and practicing. So I'm really glad I'm able to do this live on stream, kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. 3 birds, really. Hold on. Why did I do that? Let's see. We missed 1 solid, right? And 1 stripe. Does that sound right, guys? Oh wait, one of these wasn't in there, right? Does that sound right? We missed 1 of each. League captain is calling, so I got a dip. Have fun with the test. Hey, thank you, Ron. We'll talk to you soon. You missed 1 of each. That's what I was thinking, Jeff. So I'm pretty sure this is total amount here. Pretty sure there was 1 solid left in here because I went solid stripe, solid stripe, solid stripe. But I missed 2 there. So 3 solids, 2 stripes. 3 solids, 2 stripes. Okay, that's what I got. Just making sure. Should be good. Now we have to do stripes, right? Okay. Woo! We are back. We are back. No need to fret. We are back on track. Here we go. So I gotta make this 9 ball. Woo! I've noticed though, every time I am missing, I'm overcutting it, aren't I? It's good to note. All right, 1 of each. Again, pull out a stripe for our next shot here. There we go. Solid. There we go. All right. All right, here we go. Perfect. That was a solid, and you pull out a stripe. And now we've made 2 of each. Let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and mark that real quick. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Right down the center. I've started to slow down my shots. It looks like it's paying off here. At least when it comes to this specific position. Perfect. One of each as well. Again, we're going to have to go ahead and reset after this. I feel like I just shot a solid, didn't I? How many did I say? Was that one of each or yeah, it was one of each. The last time I marked it. Yeah. Okay. We are looking good. We are on track. We are not forgetting anything, guys. Let me get a sip of water here. Oh, I wanted to ask something else. For those of you who are in here, do you guys watch Sensei Nate Plays Pool on YouTube? Sensei Nate Plays Pool. He does a lot of analysis, very detailed pro pool player analysis, especially when it comes to the break. He just made a video on Joshua Filler's stroke. Have you guys seen that yet? All right, one solid. Go ahead and get a stripe up here. For those of you who are new, we are doing a 400 shot test to determine whether I have a subconscious bias to stripes or solids. So far, we have only missed 3 balls out of, let's see, I wonder, out of over 50. So there's no conclusive evidence to show there's a bias yet. But we have 4 categories in total. This is still category number 1. That was a solid, right? Yep. Still category number 1. Shots 4 and 5 that are set up here are also part of category number 1. Once we get past the easy/open field category, we are going to be moving on to a lot more difficult and challenging shots to really see the bias here. Oh, overcut it again. I knew it as soon as I went for it. I really did. There we go. We'll go ahead and shoot another stripe, and then I will update the total count here. This, honestly, I think this will actually wrap it up. It's not already wrapped up. All right, I have not seen it yet. You should, Jeff. Niwaya, you said yes. I also watch NSSP, Missed Again, and others. Missed Again, I have not gotten a chance to watch yet. I have noticed on some of your misses you aren't staying down. Yeah, Jeff, I think you're right. I think I'm rushing this. I know this is going to be a really long live stream. I don't want to have to do it over 2 live streams, but as of right now, we might need to. We are already an hour in. Oh, Sensei Nate, we were just talking about you. I just brought you up. That is amazing. How's it going, Nate? I just wanted to say, we were just going to talk about Joshua Filler's stroke video that you did. I watched most of it, and then I think I zoned out for a little bit, so I want to go back and watch the last few minutes. But I'm still watching your shorts that you've been posting and kind of filling in the gaps. But ooh, it is a great one. You outdid yourself kind of analyzing and proving how he is so much different than what all the instructors might say. Ron, okay, I'm back. Anyone notice I was gone? No, didn't think. Of course we did, Ron. Of course we did. Okay, let me go ahead and update the tracker here. I missed a stripe. I think I missed a stripe here. I think it was the 9 ball that I missed. All right, so we made 3 more solids, 2 more stripes. Okay, so that means, so that is it for shot number 3. We're gonna move on to shot number 4, and we are now 60 shots deep. Appreciate that. Yeah, filler is a beast, but that's what all the pros do. They just find what works for them, then optimize that. Yes. Camera's shaking a little bit. Seems like it stopped now. Okay, great. Great. It is a left. It is a left. Oh, okay. But Nate, that is, yeah, that's so weird though, isn't it? Like, I feel like a lot of instructors now that I've seen, they're, like you said, they're trying to fix what they see, is that what they notice is wrong. And I wonder if they do that because that's easier to teach than teaching others how to optimize their stroke. Because there might be 20, 30, 40,000 different ways some, like, different people shoot. And that's really hard to teach so many different ways. Especially if you have multiple people that you're working with at a time over the course of a few weeks. So I think that makes sense. So having like maybe like a private coach would help. Would help really optimize what works for them versus kind of sticking to the mold of what works for most people. All right. So again, shot number 4, we are now moving on to, let me go ahead and update my paper right here real quick. And solids and stripes. Again, we are 60 shots in. 60 shots in. What is the math on that? 15%? That 15%, Jeff? All right, this one, guys, oh my goodness, if this takes me, this is the only straight in shot of this. Well, you know, this might actually be, yeah, 2 straight in shots. This is the first of straight in shots that we have lined up here. Go ahead and get this set up. We're gonna go ahead and do what Jeff mentioned earlier by, here we go, setting up it in advance. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Is that right? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10 balls each. All right, 15%, there we go. It's hard to teach 1,000 strokes. It's better to teach fundamental concepts and get a coach to see what feels natural that aligns with those concepts. Yeah, there it is. That makes a lot of sense, Nate. Is left-handed shooters just like to be different? Okay, there we go. When I was relearning my stroke, when watching Efren videos gave me a headache. His old stroke make me wonder how he made anything. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Nate brought that up as well in his video. I couldn't imagine analyzing that one. 15%, there we go, Jeff, okay. Yay for Jeff doing the math for us. Exactly, Ron. All right, this is a straight in shot. We are just gonna do our stop shots here. And really move quick through these last 2. That should be a lot easier to set up and make. I realize now the shake in the camera is probably me stomping on the floor, vibrating the walls, and it transfers over to the camera above. All right. Go ahead and knock these out. I really shouldn't miss any of these. If I do, whoo! If I do miss any of these, we'll probably end up just ending the live stream, and then I'm gonna go. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Go to bed, maybe. Cry my sorrows to sleep. There we go. These are all straight in shots. This is the perfect position you'd want when you are on the 8-ball itself. Perfect position. Nothing in the way. All right. Just knocking these out. This is the first I've ever noticed it. Not sure if it was just you walking around. I think it was. I do think it was. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Hopefully I'll be able to fit these two balls into that pocket here. The pocket is filling up quick. There we go. Now I really gotta shove this 10 ball in there. If this 10 ball does hit the 8 and bounces out, that's still a good shot. There we go. That was still a good shot there. 10 out of 10 there. Strokes look smoother now. In the beginning, it looked like you were accelerating mid-stroke. It looked kind of strange. Looks nice and smooth now. Perfect. Perfect. Love to hear it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's go ahead and get this set up again. Nate, I had another question for you. I don't know if you're still here. I noticed, I opened your Facebook account page the other day for your YouTube channel. And holy smokes, you had like 27,000 followers on Facebook. I wanted to say congratulations on that. That is truly amazing. You know how to work with the shorts. And that is something that I've only done a little bit with like tournament updates, not so much converting my videos into shorts. But I just really like my long form. I don't think I'll go to shorts for a while at least. All right, here we go. Once we knock all of these out, we will be moving on to the last shot of category number 5. And once we're done with category number 5, we will update and get a total to see if there is any kind of, what do you call it? Any big difference. It's not just, oh wait, Ron, you said something. Strokes look smoother now. Oh yeah, you did say that. Since it's not just for old people, it's for old people and pool players. Yeah. Facebook, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I would have never, that's really funny. I've honestly forgot about the whole stigma on Facebook and old people, but you're right. That is, there's a huge demographic for seniors. And honestly, I want to say it started, like I'd say 40, like those who are 45 and older really were the generation for Facebook. And of course, pool players, right? Yes, Ron, exactly. So Ron, if you haven't watched any of Sensei Nate Plays Pool, you probably have on YouTube or Facebook, and you just might not have noticed it when you first came across them. He creates and pushes out a ton of really good content. I don't think you can really get away from it. I honestly don't know if there's somebody else in the pool realm. Yep, exactly, Aniwaya. Yep. I really don't know if there's anyone even in the same realm of content as Sensei Nate. The only other, like when it comes to shorts and long form content and publishing on both YouTube and Facebook. I also know he works with Slack, works with Slack as well. I don't know if content is on Slack. I'd only assume there is. I actually haven't even installed Slack yet. Let's look into it. But if Sensei Nate is on Facebook, he's got to also be on Instagram. I can only imagine, because they're integrated within each other. All right, we didn't miss a shot. Yes, I am from the AOL dial-up era. Yes, exactly. All right, here we go. All right, shot number 5. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm really trying to pull out all like the basic standard shots that people can definitely miss, but shouldn't, right? So our first shot was the 1 ball here at this little white donut, cue ball in the center of the table, more movement for the cue ball, short movement for the 1, and a little bit of an angle. The 2 ball, we had like an 80% cut or 80-degree cut. Some cue ball in the center, 2 ball right here. That was shot number 2. And then shot number 3 is actually the one we've missed the most of. Where I say I've missed the most of. Cue ball in the center of the table, 3 ball halfway between the cue ball and the corner pocket. And I actually overcut probably 4 or 5 of those shots, I think. And then we had our first straight in shot right here with the 1 or the cue ball in the center, 4 ball here on this little white donut. Now we are actually moving on to the 5, moving the cue ball away from the center, putting the cue ball actually in between, right in the middle of both here, the corner pocket and the 5 ball, and shooting the 5 ball into this side pocket. We don't have a full pocket to work with. A full pocket would be right here. We have, I would say, we still have quite a bit of a pocket, honestly. We're probably only missing like 1/8 or, what is that? 2, 1/3, yeah, not even 1/3 of the pocket I don't think we're really missing with this shot here. Let me go ahead and get these set up like we did the last one. That seemed to work really well. So you have stripe, solid, stripe. All right, solid, stripe. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we are all set up, ready to go. All right, I'm from the what's the internet era. Exactly, like you guys, honestly, being prior military, I got exposed to the internet sooner than most people from Gen X era. Okay, that side pocket of yours is a cavern, but it's still good practice. Yes, Ron, it is. It definitely is. But Ron, what I was going to say about what's the internet, I actually heard the other day that, so for me, www, which is World Wide Web, and the internet, I've just always associated to be the same, right? But that didn't always used to be the case. People didn't upload things onto the internet. They didn't go to the internet. They were actually going to go to the World Wide Web, which blew my mind when I heard that. I want to know, was that true for you? Did you guys go to the World Wide Web to search something? Did you not you didn't go to the internet to search it? You guys went to the World Wide Web. Growing up, World Wide Web was already like an antique phrase, way out of style, definitely not popular. And knowing it was like a fun fact, right? Me growing up, early 2000s, long ago, the only people who had access to any internet were government folks. Yep, that makes sense. I'm 50 and basically, yeah, www is the internet. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. There you go. All right. So maybe that was just for that one individual and his group of friends that I learned that from. Maybe it wasn't worldwide, as we could say. All right, we're gonna shoot this 5 ball here. Get started. Like Ron said, it is a cavern. I really should not miss any one of these shots. If I do, it's because I tripped or the sun got in my eyes. But there is no reason for me to miss any of these. I think I just went backwards, didn't I? No, we're good. We're good. Okay. Nope, we went to the library and used Encyclopedia Britannica. That was funny. I remember still going to the library. We still have libraries. Quite a bit of them, but definitely losing the oh, that was close. Went a little bit too quick. I'm gonna say they're definitely losing the hype that they had during COVID. Or I would say because of COVID. All right. Again, if I got this shot on the 8-ball, I would be so happy. I really would. All right, just gonna kind of speed roll through these. So that way we can move on to the more entertaining shots. The shots where it's actually gonna matter. It should actually show a difference as well. Gotta reset these here. We are running out of pocket space. We're gonna reset those here in just a second. We just want to get them out of the pocket there. There we go. All right, one more stripe and that will conclude 5 makes of each. On shot number 5. All right, let me go ahead and update my tracker here. All right. I'm 58, Anilia. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Ron. Those adjusters that Jeff suggested would be a great investment for you. Would help you in tournaments where the pockets aren't caves. Yes. Yep. Interesting shots. Shots where we watch Trent miss. Yes. Exactly, Ron. Exactly. You know the lingo already, don't you? I know you guys are waiting for me to miss. I know that's why you're here. You want to see me miss. But I have to give myself the satisfaction first, I guess. All right, 1 through 5. Made all of those. Okay, let's put this guy right here. All right, now let's go ahead and reset, recoup, and recalibrate. Cue ball there. And we are going to shoot a solid first. Then go stripe, solid, stripe, solid, stripe, solid, stripe. Did I do my math wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That must have just already been in the pocket, I guess. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go. All right, do that same shot on a 6x12 snooker table and then tell me you want it on the 8-ball. Yeah, no way. I'm inventing the lingo as we go. It's my special talent, LOL. There you go, Ron. Yeah, I haven't played on a 6x12 snooker table yet. I've played on a 10-footer, but I don't even think I'm comfortable with the last shot, number 4, cue ball up here, 4-ball here, going it straight in. I don't even know if I'd be comfortable doing that on a 6x12 snooker table. All right, I'm confused. What's the purpose of playing stripes and solids separately? Jeff, I used to play golf on a snooker table with normal balls. If you want torture, try it. He just wants to see which kind he usually shoots. So the reason we're not doing it separately, Nate, is for the subconscious bias. We're trying to mix them in one at a time, do like back and forth, to see if I miss more stripes or I miss more solids. But doing it this way doesn't allow me to warm up with solids and then make a ton of stripes, or vice versa. Or warm up with stripes, might miss a couple, and then make all the solids because I had that warm up. That's kind of why we're going back and forth with the different groups here. But the whole test is to see if I have some kind of bias. So far, no bias. Which is good. That's what we want. We do not want any bias. But if there is bias, I at least know what to work on. It's getting rid of that bias. All right, almost there. Final stretch for category number 1. I'm really wondering if I need to split this one video idea into multiple live streams, because I did not realize it would take me this long. Woo! And I want to say it's at least 7:30 where I am now. Perfect. Yeah, I think my dad and I looked at those inserts very briefly, and that was something that he seemed very interested in. So I think we just got to find the kind that we want on our table. There's some like fun ones that have like designs on them, but my dad doesn't really want that on this table, and it's more his table than it is mine. Uh-oh. Woo! But yeah, so with that being said, I should probably reset or empty this pocket out here. With that being said, I think him and I just got to get together, or he'll just buy them, and we'll get some inserts on here, and that'll definitely help my practice, right? All right, let's see what we got here. The only problem with regular balls on a snooker table is that when I finally went back to regular table, the pockets looked huge, and it blew my mind, or it blew up my ability to concentrate. You nailed with the time guess, exactly 7:30. Yes! Score! I'm so good with time, I don't know why. The only time I might have a bias is if I'm playing one pocket and the last ball is a 9 or 10 ball. Okay, I like it. Aniwaya said, I do some drills on these 6x12 with 2 1/4 or 2 1/4 balls. It keeps me humble and infuriates me at the same time. Exactly. I don't need any other sources of frustration than what I already have, but I admire your effort. I'm honestly, Ron, I'm the same way. Honestly, I can set up a hard shot and be just as frustrated. Not very humble. Just frustrated. I think if I was actually on a harder table itself, I'd cut myself a lot more slack, for sure. Oh, Nate, I didn't even realize that. That was the 10 ball. Last shot was a 10 ball there. Okay, so we made every single shot as we should have. Let's go ahead and do the math here. All right, we have made 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 57. Oh no, we missed one here. Okay, we missed a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Missed a total of 4. And we've shot 100 balls. Is that right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah. 5, 10, 15. Holy smokes. All right. Out of all the open shots that I should have made, we missed 4. That's pretty good. We have missed 3 stripes, 1 solid. Let's go ahead and mark that. Let me get off the felt here. What am I doing? Crazy. All right. Missed in the first category of shots, solids. 1 stripes. 3. All right, that is good for the first category. Now, because it's been an hour and a half, I do not remember what the next couple shots were. So let me go ahead, let me see here. Chat disconnected, please wait. Okay, successfully connected. Okay, good. I think we're all here just to watch Trent get confused. That's better than most TV shows nowadays anyways. Hey, come on. All right, hopefully we are still good here. Let me go ahead and just make sure. I think so. I think we're good. That's funny, Ron. I think you're right. That's got to be at least a little entertaining compared to all the stuff that you know is like rehearsed and edited, you know, and all that. Okay, let's go ahead and go to category number 2. I guess if we go to category number 2, though, okay. We're already at an hour and a half, guys. We're at an hour and a half. I genuinely, let me go ahead and stop this over here, this recording. Okay. If you're looking for people to bump your ego, you're in the wrong place. I'm not, I swear, Ron, I'm not. Well, maybe just a little bit, but that's okay. All right, I got a question. We've done a fourth of this test, 100 out of 400 shots. I did warm up, kind of explain in the beginning part. I don't think I started the test until about 15 or 20 minutes into the live stream itself. There you go, Jeff. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think that's a great idea. But I think honestly, we should go ahead and move to a different idea, right? So we can try the third ball break. Let's do a few of those or multiples of those. And is that even legal? Yes, Ron, it is, but not in all leagues. That was something I had to look up a little bit ago. I'm trying to think, what was I going to say? Yeah, I think this might need to be a stream that is like a continuation. Like this is part 1. We need to do part 2 and part 3, maybe. Hopefully not. But I did not realize it would take this long to shoot 100 balls. Roughly 70 minutes to shoot 100 balls. Give or take, because I was talking to you guys and all that. Extreme pool, it is the best break. Extreme pool, I don't know if I know what extreme pool is. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get your thoughts. I wish I knew how to do a poll. It took this long because you spend a lot of time talking to us. Yeah, you're right, Ron. You're right. Maybe, are you saying I shouldn't do that anymore? I should just stop talking to you guys? Or you're just saying that like to let me know why it took so long? with no, yeah. All right. Let's move this back. All right. Normally when I'm testing a break, Jeff, I do have a magic rack that I like to set up. I usually set up 3 little white donuts. We're not going to do that part. For a consistent break, would you like me to use the magic rack or go ahead and use the wood rack? It's up to you. I'm just giving you info. You do what it is. Yeah. What you do with it is up to you. I like it, Ron. I like it. But Jeff, you tell me, would you like to see this on a magic rack or the wooden rack? I can do either one. I'm a pro at both. Let's see. Let's see what he says. Probably doesn't matter to you if I had a guess. I will set the balls up the same way every time, so that way we can actually see where the balls rolled and where they got knocked. I do love that part of my my pattern here. All right, I love wooden racks. I have no bias for or against the magic rack because it's new to me and I've only used it once. Really, only one time. Seems like your chat broke. It definitely did for a second, but it's been a while now. It's been a while since it broke. At least on my side. Hopefully it didn't actually break again. Earlier it was saying that it disconnected for some reason. But Jeff, can you hear me now? Is everything good now? Testing. Is the chat tech broke or just the people in it? It's a great question. I don't know. It's working for me on my side. Chat on screen isn't updating. You need to refresh the source. Oh, got it. Got it. That chat. Let me go ahead and do that here. All right, let's try it again. Looks fine to me. Let's try this. All right. Theoretically, just the people in it. It's working on YouTube. It looks like it's not coming up on my actual box. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Okay, we have made progress. Okay, Jeff, now that you can see, there we go, Magic Rack. Now it is coming through. Love to see it. Magic Rack it is. Magic Rack it is. Oh, Ron, what I was going to say, I am honestly so surprised you have only used the Magic Rack one time. That blows my mind. They're definitely not everywhere here in Colorado quite yet. That is for sure. But they still have, they've been around enough to make me think you'd at least use it a couple times in different tournaments and leagues. I love a good old wooden rack, but man, I would much rather, I'd much prefer a Magic Rack over most bar racks. Even the diamond racks, some of the diamond racks are just so large. They're just so large that it's too big for my hands. Our 9-foot ball or a 9-ball tournament specifically tell us not to use them, I guess because it takes more time. It does take more time. It definitely does. Okay. All right, we should be good now. Let's go ahead. Your videos are good quality and good information. The Magic Rack is much better. Love it. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. Jeff, the other Jeff, said, line up as if you are doing the second ball break. Okay. Second ball break. But move cue ball about a hand width away from the rail. Hit solid contact to the third ball with slight middle inside. So a hand width is where I put the cue ball. Do you mean like a thumb, like a finger? A couple fingers? I just realized this is how I do the second ball break. But if I put my hand width in it, I'm actually pushing it farther away. About there, about a ½ inch to the left. Is that right, Jeff? Is that where you want it? And we're aiming at this 2-ball for everybody. This is the solid blue 2-ball. He wants us to do middle, like no English, but just a little bit inside English, so left English. I'd probably say a half tip of inside English. I'm gonna put this over here. Not that one, what am I doing? This one here. Let's go and get my Raven cue. Again, I actually haven't mentioned this yet. That carbon fiber shaft that I have on my playing cue, as well as this entire carbon fiber break cue, is from Raven. They were so nice and generous to be the first ever kind of sponsor, I guess you could say, of this channel. And they sent me both of these, and honestly, I'm so glad they did. I love them. I really do. I didn't know if I'd be a carbon fiber kind of guy. I definitely am when it comes to the shaft as itself. I also got this little 2-ounce extension they sent me for free as well. They really took care of me on this one. I think they probably joined the channel probably 6 months ago now. Maybe actually probably 7 or 8 months ago now. Okay, yes, you want it further away, about 2 or 3 inches from the rail. Ron, I'm really curious about this because I've never heard of it, and I can't wait to see what it does. Okay, I'm right there with you, Ron. I think I did this in a, very briefly in a different, or the craziest second ball break, or no, the craziest breaks from you guys. There was a video I did, and I think I did this one only 10 times. All right, how do you do that break with the phenolic tip break cues, Jeff? I miscue a lot trying to use English on that type of cue. Is this where they break for one pocket, just a lot softer? Oh yeah, Jeff, what do you think? I think you actually said medium, right? Did you say medium speed on this? It's gonna be our first attempt, so we're gonna work with it. That's why it's just a little bit of English so you don't miscue. That makes sense, Jeff. That does. What speed are you thinking? Okay, actually, let's do this. I don't know if you look at it this way, Jeff, but I'm only going to assume that you do look at it this way. So do you want a quarter stroke, which would be, so from the cue ball to my tip is about here, quarter. Then we got a half stroke, and then 3/4 stroke, and then a full stroke. I never use a full stroke on a break. I will go 3/4 stroke for this. I can only imagine between a quarter and a half. Really not that hard. because it's going to automatically push balls outside. Really don't have to force them away. Awesome. All right, let's go and shoot that quarter stroke. Now again, guys, we are aiming for this 2 ball here, this 3rd ball, with just a little bit of inside English. Sounds like half speed would be better. Yeah, right around there, Ron. Let's see. It's kind of awkward setup here, isn't it? It's all right. Straight into the pocket. Oh man, did you just trick me into doing that? Was that a trick? All right, so 3 ball was up here, 1 ball is right in the center. All right, let's keep this in mind. 10 ball was going over up table, it looks like, to that side pocket. Cue ball though did go straight. What about the 3-point roll on breaks using the 3rd ball? What happened to that little pad of felt? Oh yeah, Ron, I have it right over here. You didn't do inside, and you didn't hit the 3rd rail flush. The 3rd ball. Okay, let's try it again. All right. So I'm assuming if I hit the 3rd ball flush, it'll come straight back into this rail. Or straight, yeah, it's probably going to come back here. And you can really tell if I didn't hit it flush because I probably hit the 9 first, which sent it down into the 2 ball, right? All right, let's try it again here. And what format are you using this break in? Is this for, like, I think somebody commented 1 pocket? All right, so we're looking for balls with the way. There we go. All right. I also bridge from the table, not the rail. Okay. Should really expect to do it quite right the first time. Yes, if you hit the 3rd ball, it goes to the side rail, then bottom rail, then to the middle of the table. Play Vignier on Thursday at Felt. So if you play a Vignier league, is that 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, 1 pocket, scratch doubles? You should not expect to do it right the first time. Was what I meant. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. We're gonna break from the table itself. Gonna hit it flush. There we go. Oh, I got unlucky and still scratched. It traveled along the side, or the long and then the short rail, but it actually, I think it must have with the spin, it hit a ball that actually kept it going down rail. There are too many leagues. Yes, used as an 8 ball. How fun! Okay, much better spread. Definitely that 8 ball shot straight up table. I did not make one though, did I? I did not make another ball except for the cue ball. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Let's keep trying. That's only 2. Would this work better with a low right English? I'm just guessing here. Low right, I think would actually send it into the long and then back up, or like back into the rack, if not a little bit upwards. I know that's kind of the goal when it comes to the 2nd ball break, but the 3rd ball break sounds like it's supposed to come over, down, and then back up table, kind of into the center down here on this half. All right. I'm sure you could play with it, Ron, but I have best with middle right. Yeah, I just got to play with it next practice session. You definitely should. I'm interested to see what you guys encounter with this one. Jeff, another question for you, since this is your break here. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, aren't we? What ball do you usually make? Do you make the head ball more often up table? Is this for to get the 8-ball away from the others? Because that is what happened. Or are you expecting the 10-ball to come back up into the side here? What ball or position or area should we expect the pot or ball to go into a pocket? All right, let me just make sure this is right here. Yep. You make the far corner ball most often, and it does an awesome spread. Okay, far corner 15. We are looking to get into this corner pocket. Yeah, questions and math. Yeah, right? Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. Oh, that was cool. The way the cue ball reacted. Still nothing. That was a lot different, I think. For one, the cue ball didn't get past this wall. Still didn't make anything. One ball still came up table. 8-ball was still headed up table. So not bad. The 4 and 12, which are behind the 8-ball right here, they made their way up. And only assume that was because of the cue ball. All right. I guess anybody who's joining the live stream as of recently, we did these stripes versus solids tests. We got like a fourth of it done, 25%, 100 out of 400 shots. We missed a total of, I think, 4 balls, 3 of them being solids. No, three of them being stripes, 1 of them being solids. But that took me an hour and a half. So because of that, I realized it's going to be a lot easier for everybody involved if we split this up over multiple live streams, which will be super fun. Still, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm very excited. But if it takes me, 70 minutes or roughly 70 minutes to do 100, it means that we got at least 2.5 more hours of shots. All right, let's see here. Yeah, you were getting better with it though. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Ron. Not sure if it was a square hit on the 2. Okay, we'll look into that. G-Man, I would rather get balls more up table for a more workable run. I agree. I like that. I think that's actually what's supposed to happen, G-Man. I think that is what's supposed to happen. Is because this cue ball is hitting the bottom, it pushes it over down here a little bit. Cue ball comes back up, and now all of these are kind of coming up table. Cue ball then spreads them out even more. What's also nice is hitting the 2 actually does send that 1 ball straight up table. It's happened twice now. 8-ball went up table the second time we did really good, or the first time we did really good. All right, let's go ahead and do this here. Oh, wow, I just realized I forgot to finish my my little shout out to Raven Q's. If you guys are interested or on the fence, let me know if you have any questions about their website and on how to get a discount. If you use the code Trent on the break, it's also in the description, 10% off your entire order. And because you use that discount code for any of their products, I also get a 5% commission. Doesn't matter what's in your cart, what you purchase, you get 10% off no matter what it is. And I also get 5%, not of your money, but of Raven Q's money, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, let's see here. Get a balls width away. Or no, a hand width away. There we go. Again, we are trying the 3rd ball break test now from Jeff. All right, here we go. 2nd ball, or number 2, 3rd ball. Inside left, English. There we go. Oh, that 15 bobbled right out, didn't it? Another good spread. I do like it. The only thing I don't like now, though, is out of 3 breaks we've done, cue ball went straight into the pocket. Last break, cue ball went 1, 2, and then back up here, stayed in this area. Third break, back here, or long rail, short rail, and then got snookered here by another ball, probably that 5, and just stopped. Just stopped right in dead in its tracks. I don't like where the cue ball is landing, and we need to come back up table. All right, a lot of east-west on the second ball break, in my opinion. I'm just getting in here, so you've got a new subscriber. Hey, thank you, G-Man. Love to hear it. Thank you so much. It does spread them out, but if you aren't making balls, you are just spreading them out for the other guy. Yeah, Ron, I do see where you're coming from. I do. But if you make a ball, which you can't always guarantee, even when it comes to a second ball break, you can't always guarantee to make it. But if I left them in this situation, I would not be confident, at least in the leagues that I'm playing or I did play. The leagues I'm going to now, they would probably run it out, but I'd feel pretty good about getting the ball back because of the spread. Let's go ahead and shoot this 15. Use a little top left here. That's how we're going to get out from underneath everything. I'm going to get shape on the 10 ball next. Wanted a little bit more, but that was still okay given the situation we were in. We're going to do top left on this one. Go around the 3 ball. Hit it really hard. Hopefully it works out in my favor. And it does. All right, let's see if we can go and run this out. Now we got a pretty good chance here. All right, try the wood rack once, see if it changes. I will. I will, definitely. G-Man fist bump. You have no idea how many people I give fist bumps at my work. It is my favorite thing to do. Fist bumps, love it. Okay, try the wood rack once, see if it changes. I will do that. I will do that, White Wolf. Jeff, I also use top ball break from right rail with top, basically a pop break from right rail. I think I've done that before as well. I've adjusted my second ball break to where I make a ball more often than any other break I've tried. That's just my personal experience, of course. That's awesome, Ron. That's really good. I've heard it takes a ton of practice. I've gotten quite a bit of practice. I love the second ball break on diamond tables. I don't know what it is, but on diamond tables, it's unstoppable. This table, not worth it. G-Man, hi Trent. I've seen your channel before. I like what you're doing here. Thank you so much. Do you like going by G-Man, or do you want me to call you G, or your actual name? If you want to send that in the chat, let me know. Aniwaya, I used the pop break with magic racks and second ball with wooden racks on 8 ball. Okay, there we go. Going to try the third ball break practice next practice outing. Love it. You and Ron both are. That's awesome. I love it. Look what you've done, Jeff. You've got everybody trying it. That's awesome. It's really not a bad break. It's just getting the cue ball out. All right, we're just going to follow the cue ball a little bit. 12 ball in the side. Uh-oh. I hit it soft enough. I thought the cue ball was going to roll a little bit farther past the 9. That worked out great. All right, we are going to do bottom right. Not a whole ton of bottom, more right spin. Get it into this rail and then back up for the 9 in the same pocket here. Oh! Snap. It's always the last ball, isn't it? It always is. Greg. All right, sounds great, Greg. Thank you so much. My problem with second ball is it often leaves half the balls against the same rail you are breaking from. Yes, Jeff. And that's probably, oh wait, Ron said on 8-foot table, second ball break works great. Less great on bar boxes and big tables. Okay, I was gonna say, when it comes to bar boxes and the second ball break, for me personally, I do see a lot of it all going to one side, but the times it doesn't, it really is a great break. But like you said, it's like half the time, right? So with that, okay. Yeah, the clustering is an issue, but I'm more happy to play anyone where we're picking off balls or breaking up packs. If it fits my game well, okay, that makes sense. It does fit your game well, not for anyone. That makes sense, Ron. That does. And I'm kind of the same way. I like them both, but I'd much rather have like most of the balls on one half, like on the bottom half or the top half. And it'd be like, let's say this 5 and 6, this 7, or this 8 and 9 versus super quite. You know, super like quite right next to each other, literally, where you have to only pick 1 or 2 or play just a ton of safeties. I like close combat, but not that close. I've gone more with my pop break because I want the run out. That makes sense, Jeff. And we still haven't finished this run out, though, have we? I really messed up here, didn't I? Getting this run out. 1 ball away, that's all it always seems to be. I can't bank across because the 5 and 6. I might be able to bank down and back down here. I could definitely do that. We don't need this magic rack anymore. Just going to take that off. We'll use the wooden rack next. I think that might be our best bet down here. It's a backwards angle, so if anything, the cue ball is going to run into the 9 on the way back up. Hopefully it doesn't. But I think this is going to be our best bet. I do see a really hard cut on the 9, carom off the 5, but because of how hard of a cut it is to get the 9 to the 5, we'll probably not have enough speed after the carom to actually get to the pocket. All right. Let's see here. Greg said, my break is straight on the head ball. I line up half ball to the right and hit with the right hand English. It just seems to work for me. Ron, 2-rail kick into the corner. Not the smartest shot, but the most fun. Down here. Oh, wait, 2-rail kick. 2-rail kick. Oh! I see it. Wow, you're right, though. That would work. I'm just not a pro at those yet. Let's try it out. It's clear, though. It's a clear route. Let's see here. Yeah, we missed it. We did. We did. It was there, though. It was there. That was a great call out. It was definitely there. All right, let's go ahead and re-rack. We will use a wooden break or wooden rack for this one for White Wolf in the chat here in the live stream as requested, just to see if it makes any kind of difference. I do want to ask, I know it's been a long time, but it's always fresh in my head. When it comes to a loose rack, as if you would find at a bar table, because the racks aren't the best, right? For a loose rack, do you guys know what the what a very popular, not popular maybe, but just a great break is? A great break for loose racks. A little quiz there. And you guys can respond by where the cue ball is lined up and what ball is being hit for a loose rack. And I'll tell you guys after I do this for White Wolf here. All right, Greg. Same thing. Inside English. 3rd ball down, which is going to be the 2, this blue one right here. A 1/4 to a 1/2 stroke. Oh, I'm lined up differently. It's not, doesn't feel right. Give me 1 second here. Let's see here. It could work. There's a difference. Gonna buy Trent a book on the diamond system for Christmas. Love it, Jeff. Thank you. Wooden racks are the best. Plastic rack sucks. 100%. You want us to comment on the shot selection while you're shooting? Yes, Greg, definitely do. You could give him links to good videos on the diamond system. Books are forever, and it is center top ball break for loose racks is my guess. Okay, Jeff, where do you put the cue ball for loose racks? Where do you put the cue ball for it? Oh, honestly, no spread. That 5 actually went back into the pack. I don't even know if I hit the 2 ball or not. I'd have to replay that. I pushed it with, I put a little too much outside English. and I pushed it. The worst rack I've seen is the 9-ball triangle rack. I will never use that again. It's awful. You didn't hit it right. Yeah, no doubt, Jeff. I hit that one way wrong. But what is different is I did make a ball. I did make the corner ball. That must have just been coincidental. That was really funny. Did I make 2 balls? Oh no, 10 balls hiding up here. All right, here we go. Let's try that again. That one was not good enough for me to go ahead and move on from. Let's go ahead. I want to show you guys the loose rack here in just a second. But the best break for a loose rack, what do you guys think it is? Is it, like, I want you guys to comment where the cue ball is in the back, as well as what ball you're hitting. We will try this one again because that last attempt was not the best. All right, the problem with finesse breaks is that it just takes time to learn them. It's worth it, in my opinion. I like it, Ron. I like it. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. White Wolf, I hope you're watching. Here we go. There we go. Oh! I thought that was a good one. I think I hit that one just right. Let's go ahead and try to run this one out. At least on stripes, it looks like would be our best bet here. Just from with a starting point here. We have the same starting ball as we did last time, or same starting pocket, I should say. We're gonna go ahead and do bottom spin on this one. Bring it back up table here. Loose rack, but bad. Loose rack, bad. Interesting how that turned out. It is, isn't it? So this is actually what we were talking about earlier. If most of the balls are on one half the table, this is actually what I like the most, because you really have to know how to finesse the cue ball around the table. Most people I would play with in my leagues, they're shot makers, not so much position players. I would say I'm just as good at one or the other. You know, some days I'm really good at position, but horrible at making the shot. Other days I get really lucky with my shot making abilities because I'm not doing very good on position play. Once you get comfortable with hitting the rack in the right spot, is figuring out the optimal speed. There you go, Ron. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's go ahead and move on here. That 13 will go for everybody who's curious. But now I think we should actually do some top spin, 11 into the corner, top spin, try and squeeze it between here. That 15 will go. Even if I somehow overroll it or don't get the right position, I'll have the 9 in the side or the 10 down here. We should have a shot no matter where this goes. When you choose balls on an open table, do you play quadrants or halves or just go with the flow? Love playing against shot makers. Safeties drive most of them nuts. Insert evil grin. Well, I never like breaking loose rack is all. That I avoid. So yes, bad. Jeff, to answer your question, I really like halves. More often than not, I do see myself clearing out the back half and then moving myself up closer to where the 8 ball is. More often than not. I do have to say though, there was a book, no, actually a video I watched, oh my goodness, from a really popular instructor. Again, I'm getting his name as well. Very nice guy. I think his name is Eric. He actually split up the table into 3 halves. All right, I'm going to show you the 3 halves. Half number 1. This is the center. No, wait. Where was it? Okay, yeah. Here we go. Half number 1. This is the center. All right, right where my hand is. Center of half number 1. Half number 2. It is between, I want to say, like halfway of 2 and 3 on both sides. And the center is another half, right? You can see, I guess it's a third, right? But third target here. And then the same thing over here, over the spot is the other half. So he kind of splits it up into 3 target systems, working on the left side, working on the right side, and working in the middle are all different principles that he learned. I use a triangle pattern for work one end of the table before moving to another end. Yes, I like it. I like it. I used to map out all 8 balls. It was easy when I was younger, no longer so easy. I do half tables now. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, again, top spin on this 11 into the corner. Gonna hit it about half ball here. Just straight down in the rail. And back up. There we go. We moved that 15 in a terrible spot. Absolutely terrible. That 15 would have gone. Now it will not. Let's go ahead and... How do we break that out? The 10 ball might be our breakout ball. The 15. Ooh, what if I can break it out right now? All right, we're gonna do bottom left. Send the 13 on this half of the pocket. Cue ball is only really gonna make it here. Okay, won't be able to do that quite yet. We'll leave that for a breakout ball probably. 9 into the side. That 14 will not go past the 6. It keeps me looking 3 balls ahead at times, doing the triangle pattern. Where is the difficult shots drill? We'd like to see you miss a bit. Ron, you're seeing it right now. That 10 will not go. I do gotta say, Ron, it's gonna there's like 4 other categories. I'd miss more on those 4 categories than I did today on the first category. That is for sure. That is for sure. All right, we are gonna have to work ourselves around the table here in a second. Let's go ahead and make this 9 on the side and bring our cue ball into the 2 ball there. And we're gonna shoot this 13. If I have the right angle, I also might be able to break out the 15. Just gonna hit it with some power. We'll have a shot on the 14, if not the 15. Missed them! All 3 of them, didn't we? Darn it! What a bummer. Okay, Ron, here we go. Get ready for the misses. I'm kidding, mostly. Greg, I always try to get whitey centered table. Percentage is always, that's just me though. Hey, that makes sense. I like getting it center mainly for like the larger, like 9-foot tables. All right, we're gonna shoot this 10 ball into the corner and try to leave ourselves another angle on this 14. That way we can try and run into that 10 or that 15 ball again. Can't believe how far I was off the first time. Oh no! I was supposed to come on the other side of the 1. And now I have to masse it, don't I? Just a little baby masse to get around that 14. That 15 is screwed, so we might need to just play it safe on that one. I don't really know how to get to it. Oh, we hit the 1. Darn it! That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. That makes sense, Trent. Good call. That was an interesting choice. LOL. Well, I didn't think I was that close to the 1 ball. I really didn't think it was going to be as bad as that was. All right. 3 ball neck. Nope. That 5's in the way. If I'm solids, that 3 and 5 are my problem more than this is, because this is also Stripe's problem. So I can leave that, try and get the points out of the way now, and leave myself a good couple breakout shots to get these out. I'm gonna do top left on this one. There we go. All right, Jeff, watched a video the other day called Shock Your Brain by Mistigan Pool. He does shots that challenge your brain, like shooting with eyes closed and shooting with no practice strokes. Slight follow on the 10 and a draw on the 14 could have broken out the 15. That's what I tried doing. I swear. Wait, slight follow on the 10. Oh, I did not do that. Oh, I see. Leave the cue ball down here, 14 to this corner, draw in over here. I did not do that. I really thought I'd get on the other side of that 1 and leave myself another straight shot on the 15. Slight follow. Yeah, right.